Welcome to Gardens and Palms, where you will see garden tours and botanical garden visits, as well as plant description videos and palms and tropical videos. These are daylilies and woodland phlox beginning to come up. The hydrangeas here are starting to leaf out a little bit. And the irises are really starting to grow pretty thick and pretty tall. This is a newly planted Spartan juniper. It'll get about 10 to 15 feet tall and about 3 to 4 feet wide. Here's a look at my wax myrtle here. Some of the tropicals are starting to show up a little bit. These are striped leaf cannas. And some ginger lilies coming up too, you'll see right here. This pampas grass here, that's why I've always said it's a zone 8 plant or warmer. You get the center portion of the plant that always wants to die out and it doesn't look so great, but it'll fill in and look okay for a few more years probably. Got some perennials and things scattered around in this bed. Look at the live oak tree. This thing has been really dropping its leaves. They usually drop their leaves in spring, and of course they put on new growth and replace those. The live oaks are generally, unlike other trees in the fall, they drop their leaves, a ton of them in the spring. Got a little purple coneflower coming up there. This is a clematis that I moved from the other side of the yard. It wasn't getting enough sun there, so I had to move it. The blueberries are growing like crazy. Lots of leaves coming on and blooms, buds. Of course, those will be the future blueberries. This is a needle palm here, doing pretty good in the back of my yard. Here's a look at my Dee Dee Blanchard magnolia. This little side bed here, I just recently planted a little lime punch hydrangea. It's right next to this dogwood here. It's got some irises behind it and a butterfly bush to the left of this dogwood. Here's my Fatsia japonica in the other corner of my backyard. A couple of sable minors and a small camellia on the other side. More woodland phlox here and other perennials mixed in. Got some coreopsis and other things. This is a little Japanese maple I planted last year, I believe. Here's a knockout rose here leafing out. I moved this from the courtyard area of my side yard this winter. Here's a look at my larger side yard. To the right is the loquat, and there's a cherry laurel there in the middle. I have some daylilies and some, I can't think of this type of lily here. It's one of those kinds where the leaves fade and the bloom stalks come on later on in the summer, I guess. This is my agapanthus that's starting to come up. It's a hardy variety, zone 6 hardy. Looking on this side, from left to right, I've got a Sable Louisiana and a Camellia reticulata here. This is Frank Hauser. It's got some pretty good size hot pink blooms on it. Probably the most blooms it's had on it in the short time I've had it. But it has been knocked back on colder winters at times. It's not extremely hardy. Probably more so a zone 8 plant or warmer. Here's a new addition here, an Aucuba japonica, or gold dust plant. I love the variegation on this. Little quick shot of my sable palmetto. One last bloom on my Pink Perfection Camellia japonica here. This thing bloomed all throughout winter. And here's a look at my limelight hydrangeas starting to bud out. Some daffodils of different sizes and different kinds. I'm going to look at one of my larger windmill palms. These warmer, sunny days have really created algae in my pond, and it's not nowhere near as clear as it was a month or two ago. I'll have to clean that filter out pretty regularly for a while. Here's a tulip magnolia up front, or a Jane magnolia. It's blooming beautifully right now. I think these things get around 10 to 15 feet tall, about as wide. It wasn't a great year for Camellia japonica blooms, but I did have some. This is Nuccio's Gem. I had to think about that. I've got Nuccio's Pearl and Nuccio's Gem. Nuccio's Gem is the white one. Some more daffodils blooming and some primrose right there. Some hyacinths back towards the upper right of that shot. This red camellia here is a beautiful camellia. It's done really well this year considering. This is called Professor Sargent Camellia japonica. I love the blooms on this. Got several blooms on the Helleborus. This particular plant had a lot on them, was very showy. This camellia here coming up is called Terry Gilly Variegated. It's not fully open yet, but it will open. It's a fairly large size bloom, but it's very beautiful. That's all for now, guys. Thanks for watching.